What's up, you guys? Sean Ross Sapp, Fightful, here with a name you know. And man, I've known her a lot more lately. Ivy Nile, how you doing,
yeah,
Ivy?
I am great. How are you?
Man,
this is crazy.
It is crazy.
Yeah.
I remember I first met you, I want to say Vegas. You were at the tryouts, the public tryouts, watching.
SummerSlam, no?
Maybe, was it Nashville?
Nashville.
Okay, it was Nashville.
It was Nashville.
That's Southern Vegas. That's Southern Vegas. That's what that is.
Okay, cool.
But I met you there. You were in NXT.
Yeah.
And now here you are. You have been in a world championship match.
That's crazy.
The guys that you manage have been in a world championship match.
Yep.
How have things changed for you as far as your everyday life? Because, I mean, you're
Yeah.
on the road now all the time.
Yeah. You know, it's an adjustment, but honestly, like, traveling has got me really excited because, you know, I'm from Tennessee. Like, I didn't even know what California was. I've never been there. So, like, it's really cool to travel, you know, with the boys. Like, we have such a special bond together. I mean, like, traveling, like, we really, like, get close, you know? So, yeah, it's just... It's incredible. Next thing you know, like you said, the boys have a match. I'm going toe to toe with Rhea Ripley, and I'm like, what is my life? Like, what is happening? So, honestly, that match with her gave me a lot of confidence going into the next thing, whatever that is. So,
I'm interested to hear how you found out that you'd be brought up to Raw, because Brutus told me it was like a whirlwind for him because he just got married, and then all of a sudden it's like, hey, you're going to Raw, by the way. New job, buddy.
Yeah.
Who told you, and what went through your mind?
You know, it was just like a spur of the moment thing. You know, like we had, they know that they had a match with Alpha Academy, but that's all we kind of knew. And you know, I was up there shaking like a leaf because I'm like, is this our life now? Like, what's going on? Like, no one really said anything until I think that following week. And you know, going from watching it every single Monday to being on it, like, I can't put that into words. Like, you watch it and then you're on it. It's just like. It's absolutely insane. Yeah.
We see a lot of your feats of strength that go viral all the time. At what point did you realize that you were capable of things that most humans are not capable of? And like,
great question.
What goes through your mind? Because I've asked that to Ricochet. I'm like, Ricochet, at what point do you realize that you could do this?
You're a superhero.
And nobody else can do that.
Right. You know, I was homeschooled growing up. Didn't do any like sports or like any kind of team building thing. So it was basically, I figured it out on my own.
Wow.
I mean, that's the truth. You know, I had some coaches like that. When I was older, I started like getting some advice from the coaches and stuff. So like, but honestly, that person who I am, I found that in myself. My own hero, basically. And, you know, I just knew I was destined for something. And, you know, I tell people all the time, it doesn't matter if you work hard, even though you don't have a dream or a goal, like whatever it is, whenever it shows up, you'll be ready. You don't have to get ready. So, yeah, and it's a true testament to my life and how I got here.
We see a lot of crossover style with MMA, pro wrestling, like what Shayna and Ronda did last year.
Yeah.
UFC is now under the TKO umbrella.
Yeah.
Like, do you look at any of those women and say, I would love to have that kind of match with them in WWE as well? I would like to do that. Because, I mean, like, people who have trained, they see your kicks and you're like, okay, she didn't learn that from pro wrestling. She learned that somewhere.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, my. Like a crossover?
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, like maybe a super fight, a super match. Like Valentina Shevchenko comes over. She's in the fight pit with Ivy Nile.
With me.
With Ivy
Nile. Or
Nile.
against me. Which one?
Either
Holy
or.
crap.
Why not both?
Gosh, is Misha Tate still in UFC?
I think she is still in the UFC.
Cupcake, I think the world of her.
Yeah.
I love her. Of course, I'm a huge fan of Ronda Rousey too. So like, gosh, I think I would do pretty well going toe to toe. I think I'd be better off as allies, to be honest. But, yeah, that's a really good thing to think about. I can't believe that's even in the cards right now.
It's a possibility. It's always a possibility. Last question as we wrap up. What kind of feedback did you get backstage on your match with Rhea Ripley, which I thought went incredibly well?
Thank you. You know, it's I really haven't been challenged like that before. You know, Rhea was really my first huge challenge. And, you know, I think honestly, a lot of people are just proud of me that I was going toe to toe with someone, you know, and some of the feedback was just, I think just being fat, like more like urgency, you know, like I'm really trying to beat her. You know, I think I found myself a lot of times in the match of like, almost like I didn't have a chance just because I'm like, there's no way. But I think if I believed in myself a little bit more, that I would have a better chance next time. You know, I think I was just in there like, maybe I can just survive this match. I'm like, no, maybe next time I can actually win this match. So yeah, I'm definitely ready for a rematch if that happens.
I love that. Ivy Nile, thank you so much for the time.
Thank you.
Always great seeing Ivy Nile.
Great seeing you too, Sean.
Until next time, we're out.
Thank you.
I've often talked about how much of a pay-per-view buyer I am. Take that any way you want it. But I'll tell you how I take it. NordVPN.com/Fightful. Fastest VPN on the planet, global server network, all that good stuff. That's great. But a big reason why I got NordVPN.com/Fightful is all the pay-per-views I buy, all the money we're spending. We're trying to control costs as a company, as a household. You can get those UFC pay-per-views at a fraction of the price you're paying here in America. Plus, you can get all kinds of great content that you wouldn't normally see thanks to those services as well. Shows that are on overseas services, things that you want to watch a little bit early so you get on that UK time and watch them. Being able to change the interfaces of things like the WWE Network. Maybe you don't like Peacock, anything like that. NordVPN.com/Fightful gives you that ability while having the fastest VPN on the planet. Also, you just get so much more out of your internet experience with NordVPN.com/Fightful. Subscribe to Fight and AEW Plus. Watch AEW without commercials. Watch bare knuckle boxing. Watch UFC pay-per-views, boxing pay-per-views at the rates they're getting over in the UK. Change your virtual location with just one click. And hey, if you need any help using it, they got that 24/7 tech support. NordVPN.com/Fightful.